Hey there, and welcome. It's pretty amazing how much meaning can be packed into just a single sentence. And today, we're going to put that to the test. We're taking one really powerful statement and we're going to deconstruct it piece by piece to uncover all the deep history and spiritual meaning that's hiding just under the surface. So, let's dive right in.
So, this is it. This is the sentence that's going to be our entire focus today. Now, at first glance, it might look pretty straightforward, right? But as you're about to see, every single phrase in here is deliberate, and it's absolutely loaded with significance. We're going to break it all down to really get the full weight of it.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How can so much history, so much theology, and so much personal meaning get compressed into just one sentence? Well, that is exactly what we are here to find out. We are going to take it apart bit by bit to see just how this incredible narrative is actually built.
Okay, so to understand the whole message, we've got to start right at the beginning. The very first part of the sentence describes the foundational event, the one single action that really sets everything else in motion. The sentence kicks off with this incredibly direct and powerful declaration, Jesus Uthe, or, put simply, Jesus has risen. This isn't some possibility or a hope, it's stated as a totally completed and definitive fact. Now, what's so interesting here is the whole concept of resurrection itself. This isn't just about someone being revived or coming back to life for a little while. Nope. In this context, it represents a complete, final, absolute victory over death, which is like the central pillar of this entire statement.
And this really shows you the nuance in the language. The phrase Utehen puts the resurrection in the present perfect tense, meaning it's a done deal, a finished event that still has importance right now. And did you notice that little word G right after Jesus' name? That's a term of deep honor and respect in Hindi, and it immediately sets this reverent tone for everything that comes after.
So after laying down that foundational event, the sentence doesn't just leave it there as a claim. It immediately moves on to provide a period of proof, of real and tangible evidence to back it all up.
And for 40 days he appeared to his disciples and the people. This tells us right away that the resurrection wasn't just some fleeting, single moment that only one person saw. No, this was a sustained period of appearances.
And the number 40, that's specific and it's really significant. In so many traditions, that number represents a period of testing, of trial, or of transition. So here, it establishes a time frame that's long enough to confirm that this event was real, beyond any doubt. It's a period of validation.
And the word used here for appeared is darshan. Now this is crucial. Darshan is so much richer than just saying seeing. It implies a sacred viewing, an audience with a holy figure, where the very act of seeing is itself considered a blessing being given to the person who's watching. It's a really powerful idea.
The sentence also points out two distinct groups who received this darshan. First, apne Shishu, that means to his disciples. This was that intimate, personal confirmation for his absolute closest followers. And then second, logon, to the people, which tells us there were also more public appearances to a much wider audience.
All right, so we have the event and we have the proof. But the sentence is smart. It anticipates the next logical question we'd all ask. Why? Why did any of this have to happen in the first place?
Anivarya tha, which basically translates to it was necessary or it was essential. This frames the whole thing, the resurrection, the appearances, not as some random spectacular miracle, but as a completely indispensable part of a much bigger divine plan.
This part of the sentence is so important because it connects the dots for us. It creates this clear bridge between the what and the why. The event, the resurrection, and all those appearances, it all had a very specific purpose. So what was that purpose? Well, it's revealed in the final and, I've got to say, most personal part of the statement.
And this brings us to the ultimate outcome, the why this matters part of the sentence. And notice how the focus suddenly shifts from being a historical account to a direct result for you, the listener.
And here it is, the culmination. Isliye he brought you salvation. The word isiliye means that is why. So it's explicitly linking everything that happened before to this final result. And pay super close attention to the word apse, which means to you. The entire historical story pivots right here to become a direct personal address.
And it all comes down to this one profound final word, mukti. This term means salvation, liberation, deliverance. In this context,
It's the ultimate benefit. The whole reason why everything we've just talked about was, as the sentence itself says, necessary.
And just like that, when we put all the pieces back together, you see this perfect logical flow. It starts with a foundational event, gives you a period of real proof, explains the divine purpose behind it all, and then lands on the personal result for the individual. It's a complete story arc, all packed into one single, powerful sentence.
So we have journeyed from a historical statement all the way to a deeply personal one. The sentence doesn't just tell a story, it presents a conclusion, and then it leaves you right here with a final, powerful question to think about. What does this salvation, this mukti, actually mean for you?